conference will now be recorded.
I'm on.
Yes.
Please confirm. Yeah, thank you. So this is day one of 2025 September batch. Okay, so this is the agenda for today. I'll just explain you once again about the training program, and then I'll show you the course content which is going to be covered in this training. Then we'll talk about the software lab setup. Either you're going to use cloud or the personal edition. How and what we'll be discussing, followed by the topics for day one session will be covered. After that, some general terms that we use in real time, I'm going to explain about them, because throughout the training I'll be using those words and I want you to be familiar with those words. Okay, so this is the agenda for today. So quickly let me explain about you the training program. Guys, this is basically a CSA CSSA training program. So this is purely a developer training program, not CPBA or not something else. Okay, it's purely a developer training program, and we are going to cover the content of CSA and CSSA. I hope everybody is aware of CSA and CSSA. It is Certified System Architect and Certified Senior System Architect. So basically, everything that is required for a developer to work in day to day life with maximum 8 years of experience, we are covering in the training program. Okay. And after the session is completed, session recordings will be shared to you in my app. So there is a desktop app called as Nikhila Trainings. I'll be sharing you the app link. You need to install it. In that app, all the videos, material, screenshots of the practicals will be shared with you immediately after the session is completed. Within 1 hour to 2 hours, we'll be sharing. Okay. And apart from this, you will receive interview call recordings of Pega which are attended by me. Close to 30 recordings will be given to you. Sample resumes, project description to keep in the resume, software to install, steps to install recording, everything will be placed in the same app and shared with you. And during the training, we will have mock interviews conducted once in a week or once in 2 weeks, depending upon how many topics we have completed. And topic wise interview coaching will be given to you on the same day when a new topic is being taught. Okay, so this is about the training. Now, coming to the course content, you can also find it on my website. So, we are going to cover CSA and CSSA topics. One second. Yeah. So, this is what we are going to cover, guys. We are going to talk about BPM, Pega, operators and their security, enterprise class structure, inheritances, case management, flows, some options in flows, UI, components, high level introduction about Constellation and DX APIs, Constellation views, rule sets, properties, debugging tools, data classes, activity, data transform, and data pages, SLAs, decisions, declaratives, background processing, reporting, file listeners, admin studio debugging, integrations, and finally deployment. Okay, so this is the content we'll be delivering as a part of this 3 months training program. And coming to the software, guys, as a part of the training, we are working on two versions. One is 8.7 and one is 24. I have already explained you why we are using two versions in the demo. The reason is, just a second, somebody is facing challenges.
Will you provide previous recordings?
So previous recordings will not be given to you because you are a part of the current batch, right? So let's talk offline if you have such requirement.
Okay.
Okay. Each person will get only one batch recording. You will not get both the batches, either previous or current. You can opt for. Okay. Yeah, we were talking about the software setup and the versions, right? So we will work on both 8.7 and 24. The reason is all the projects which migrated to 24 are not using Constellation. They are still using theme UIKit or theme Cosmos and all these things. So if you are going into a Pega project which is already in live for last few years, then you have to know 8.7 version. So you will learn 8.7. In case if you're going into a Pega project which is going to be started from the scratch, you need to know Constellation. So you will learn 24. So both the versions will be covered. Initially, the whole training will go on 8.7. Towards the end of the training, I'll explore, I'll explain Constellation topics to you. So both we will work. Now, how about the software? I have 8.7 personal edition, guys. I'm going to share it with you. You can install it on your machine. Suppose you are facing challenges with the installation, you're not able to do it. I'll give you the steps to resolve the issues. Still, you are not able to install the software. You can also use cloud version of Pega for practice. Where can I find this cloud thing? If you go to official website of Pega, okay, there will be some courses on CSA and SSA. There will be a cloud setup to practice. There you can create your own project and practice from the scratch. How to do, what to do, where to do. I'll be there to assist you when we start the practicals. Okay, so you can either install a personal edition on your machine or you can use cloud version. Now, which one is better? Both are same. Only difference is if you're using cloud version, you have to have a good Wi-Fi connection and you need to take a backup of the project every day because anytime Pega can reset your cloud instance, anytime they can do. So if they reset it, the entire project which you have built all these days will be gone. So make sure you take a backup every single day. If it is on your desktop, no such issues will exist. Okay, you can practice whenever you want. No need to have a Wi-Fi connection and no need to take backup. So choice is yours, whichever you want, you can opt. In case if you are going for personal edition software, you need to have Windows laptop only, that to 64-bit operating system, not 32-bit, only Windows 64-bit OS. And you need to have minimum 8 GB RAM. It's good if you have more than that. Minimum 8 GB RAM and minimum i5 processor. So this is what we need. In case if somebody is using Mac, please use Pega Cloud. You can't install Pega on a Mac. Again, you need to put virtual machine, have Windows in that, and then install Pega. This is all hectic. Better go for Pega Cloud. Any questions so far, guys? Please feel free to ask me. Any questions?
No, no, Nikhila.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we'll start with the topics of day one, and then we'll go to some general things that we generally speak in real time. So let me close the advanced content and keep only the basic one. So day one, we are going to have an introduction about PRPC and the evolution of PRPC, where all PRPC is being used, just like what I have explained to you in the demo. But because it's the day one session, couple of minutes we are going to spend on this. Then BPM, various studios in Pega, roles in a Pega project, and how to install Pega. And mostly I'll do walkthrough as well today. Okay, so we'll start with that. I have already explained this in the demo, but once again, we are just going and doing a recap because this is day one, right? So we'll start from the scratch. So what exactly is Pega? Guys, you will also find people using the word PRPC. Okay, don't get confused. It's one and the same. PRPC is a shortcut. Okay, actual full name is Pega Rules Process Commander. So Pega Rules Process Commander, we call it as Pega. So you can also call it as PRPC. Okay, don't get confused. It's one and the same. Now, what exactly is Pega? Pega is a software. Okay, Pega is a tool. Pega is a platform. Okay, so Pega is not a language like Java or C or C++. Okay, it's basically a tool, a platform. So, what do you do there? You build one end to end web application or mobile application. I said end to end. Why am I stressing on end to end? Guys, when you use Java or .NET or any other tools and technologies, you can't build an end to end project there. Okay, so if I need to do version controlling, what is version controlling? So these words are only I'm going to explain you towards the end of the session today. So version controlling means you don't build the entire application in one go, right? Today I will introduce only messaging feature in WhatsApp version 1. Version 2 I'll introduce voice calling. Version 3 I'll introduce video calling. Version 4 I'll introduce UPI payments. So version by version we'll be building the applications, right? So version controlling is not inbuilt in Java. They rely on some other external tools for that. Code deployment cannot be done directly in Java or .NET. They rely on external tools like Ansible, Bitbucket, Horizon for deployments. So like this, one end-to-end application we cannot build when we take other tools and technologies. Whereas in Pega, I can build an end-to-end application. I can do UI here. I can build the screens. I can write down my logic. I can use APIs, means I can connect to any other external system and get the data. Like Pega application can connect to Gmail, Pega application can connect to Amazon, Pega application can connect to Facebook. Anything I can connect and get the data. So integrations are possible. In Pega, we can do version controlling, like I have explained you what is version controlling. In Pega, we can do code deployment. What is code deployment? So once you build the application, okay, we give it to the users, right? So that is called as deployment, putting it in the next environment. So you can do code deployments easily within Pega itself. You can do reporting within Pega. No need to use any reporting tools. Generally, people use reporting tools and other tools and technologies for reporting the data. No, that is not the case in Pega. You can do reporting within the tool itself. You can send emails, you can read the data from the files. So one end to end application. We never say in Pega that no, it is not possible, I need an external tool for this. One end to end application we can build in Pega. Now, what is Pega built up on? Like, what is Pega made up of? Pega is built using Java. Okay, so Java developers have built an automated tool where everything is automated, and that is called as Pega today. So Pega is actually made up of Java or built on Java. Okay. And what about the UI? In olden days, they used HTML and CSS for building the UI in Pega. Now they're using React JS. So Pega is completely built using Java and React JS only. Now, as a Pega developer, do I need to have any knowledge in Java and React? No, not at all. You are learning Pega. You are not learning the back end of Pega, right? You are a Pega developer. You're not building Pega, you're building your application on top of Pega, right? Those who are building Pega in Pega Systems Company, they will learn Java and React JS. You are not building Pega, you are building a project on Pega. So you will learn only Pega. You will not learn Java and React and all that. If somebody has a question,
Hi, Nikhila. Uday
please.
Shankar.
Yeah,
Nikhila, I
Uday.
have one doubt here. In some scenarios, people will ask in some interviews, like they're asking having experience with Java related things. In that scenario, how can we handle this? Because some skill
Excellent.
rule, yeah,
Okay, one thing. Guys, only after I complete and ask if you have any questions, please interrupt me. Don't kindly
sorry,
interrupt me in between. That's okay, no problem.
sorry.
As we said in the beginning, I just want to tell that because I don't want to disturb the flow of others because there are many people who are from different backgrounds, non-IT background and different. So I just don't want to disturb the flow. Okay. I'll come back to your question immediately after this slide is completed. Okay. No, I encourage people to ask questions, but not interrupting the flow. Okay. Now, so we are not going to write any single line of code in HTML or Java in Pega tool. So coding is not a best practice. Yes, there are scenarios where we write code. 98% or 99% of the times we never write any custom Java code or custom HTML code in Pega. But yes, 1% we end up writing. Sometimes, there will be some features which are not available in Pega. And you can't convince the client saying that no, this is not feasible in our tool or technology. They insist on getting it. Then, we have to reach out to Pega Systems. We raise a ticket to them. And then Pega Systems will assist you in writing that piece of Java code to achieve the functionality. Okay, so even there you need not have Java knowledge. Pega team is going to assist you, get on a screen share with you, and give the code to you and help you in achieving that. So only 1% of the times we will write, and still, whenever you write customized Java code in Pega, it is considered as going against the Pega's best practices. It is a very bad practice to write coding in Pega. Okay, you should never do that. We should try to convince the client as much as possible to find other alternatives. Okay, in case if something is not available, you're not able to achieve it in Pega, try to convince the client. Don't write any custom coding. Worst case scenario, opt for that. Okay. Now, Pega is not a database or not a language, guys. So where is the data getting stored then? Where do you store the data? Generally, if you take Java, .NET or any application, we store data in the database. Oracle, SQL Server, PG all these are databases where we have tables and we store the data, right? So similarly in Pega, where we store the data, we will connect Pega to a database, any database. So if my company has license for SQL Server, they will use SQL Server and I'll connect SQL Server to Pega. If my company has enterprise license for Oracle, I will connect to Oracle and I'll store the data. Okay, so we will use database, guys. Pega doesn't have its own database. Don't expect that. Okay, when you use Pega Personal Edition, you will get PG SQL database. By default, it is given, but in real time, we use any database which is provided by the company to us. So we use some database to store the data. Okay. Now, if people who are coming from non-IT background who don't know what is a database, guys, if you take an example of Amazon, okay, let's say I'm building Amazon on Pega. So the screens, all the payment methods and everything, I'll build it in Amazon. Now, where will I store the images, the product details, the pricing, XYZ things? We need a database to store it. Okay, so we'll have a database where we will have some tables, a table for all the TVs, a table for all the clothes, a table for all the mobiles. So you'll store all the data there, you fetch it and you display it on Amazon. So that is a database where we basically store data, fetch and display. Okay, so those databases are Oracle, SQL Server, PG SQL. We have many such things in the market. You need to purchase them and tie it to Pega and use it. That's all done by the admin team. Don't worry about it. Okay. Now, Pega is a BPM tool. What is BPM? Hey, if you join any company, okay, they will be having different divisions, like all BPM tool division at one place. They'll have like that. So you fall under BPM category. So what is BPM? BPM is a methodology. So when we work in real time, we will be working with multiple tools. Okay, so what we do in IT industry is we will categorize the tools. Like these tools come under BPM, these tools come under ERP. Like that, we categorize the tools. Means tools with similar behavior, we categorize them. So Pega falls under BPM category. Now, what are the commonalities of all BPM tools? They all will have workflows. So you might have drawn some flow diagrams in your engineering, right? So Pega has lot of flow diagrams. We are completely driven by the flows in Pega. So what you design in the flow is what the user will experience in Pega. Okay, so in the flow you have kept a screen, user will see a screen. In the flow you kept a validation, user will experience validation. So all BPM tools are flow driven. Okay, so Pega falls under BPM category. Pega is a BPM tool. And what are the other BPM tools? You have TIPCO, Cordis, Lombardi, IBM BPM, Oracle BPM. Many BPM tools are there in the market. Appian, okay, many are there. Just understand that Pega comes under BPM. That's it. Now, Pega claims that they are 12 times faster than traditional coding. I have shown you in the demo, right? It's very easy to develop applications in Pega because it's all drag and drop when it comes to UI, and it's all configurations when it comes to the coding part. So it is 12 times faster. So if it takes me 12 months to develop a project in Java, it will take me 1 month to do it in Pega. That fast Pega is. Okay, and Pega Systems is the company who owns this product. We have Pega Systems company in Hyderabad, in Raheja Mindspace. We have, just for your info. And Alan Teffler is the CEO of Pega Systems. He is a chess champion. So this is a high level introduction about Pega, guys. Yes, and now I'll get back to that question. So you're asking me, right? Like, 1 second. So you were asking me that question, right? What if somebody asks me about Java in the interviews? First thing is, like, generally when you have Pega requirements, they will not ask you Java. Just in case if they're asking you, so there could be a reason, like, maybe their project is a migration project. Maybe they have migrated from Java to Pega, and they need people with Java knowledge to help them in the migration. So that could be a reason. So you can tell them, no, I'm purely a Pega developer. I do not have any experience on Java, but I can understand the code. And if required, I can assist you. So don't tell that bluntly, like, no, I can't work on Java. I have never worked on Java. I don't. Tell them that I can understand the code. If you want to do any kind of customizations, I can, check, and I can do it. I can just Google and I can figure it out. I can do it. Given an opportunity, I can explore and I can achieve it. But till day, I didn't have a requirement to do such things. But given an opportunity, I'll be in a position to handle them. So just say that I can do, but till day I didn't have a requirement to do such things. So that way you can answer. Okay. So any other questions, guys?
For example, initially we are doing manual testing, and now we are doing automation testing, right? Like Selenium. So, how can we do like framework and all?
Why are you asking about testing? This is the development training program.
I know it's a development training program. My question is, initially Selenium it is automation, right?
That's what I'm saying. How would I have idea about selenium and all these things? I'm not a tester, and but we don't talk about anything about the testing tools here.
Okay.
Any questions on this slide, guys? So the more you ask questions, the more you learn. Okay, and the more you speak up, the more you will not feel drowsy, and more your brain will be active in the sessions. So please speak up. Yes, any questions?
Yeah, Nikhila. Uh,
Mm,
uh, Regarding the customization code,
mm.
so what is the difference between this normal and the customization code? This is the first question. And the second question is, if the situation comes to we need to write the customization code, so we have any other process to follow, or we are going to write? We means normal developer.
First thing is, like, higher the version of Pega, less is the customization. See, if you guys have worked in Pega 4, Pega 5 version, we used to write some Java code. Okay, those days. Now Pega has also evolved. See, Pega 4 and Pega 4, 5 was like, 2010. I used to do such things. Now it's more than a lot of time, right? Now, so there is we have evolved a lot. So we don't write any single line of Java code nowadays until and unless like they came up with some requirement which you are not able to achieve. Okay, then you need to write Java code. And even in such scenarios, generally we go and tell the business that no, this is not feasible in Pega. Let's try it in a different way. So we tell them, we explain them, and they generally agree to that. In case if they insist that they need it, then what you can do is you can just go to the official website of Pega, pega.com. You can go. Okay, there is an option support, and there we have an option create ticket. We generally create a ticket. We call them as SR, service request. So there you need to mention, what is your requirement and why you are not able to achieve it and what steps you have tried. Then they will assign a person from Pega Systems. He will reach you. He will schedule a meeting with you, get on a screen share with you, understand your requirement, and they will also try to tell you to achieve it through Pega only and not through Java. Just in case if it is not achievable in Pega, then they will give you some custom Java code and they will tell you where to place it, how to place it, and all. They will guide you. That's how it goes. But generally, maximum 99% we never write any Java code. In case if there is a requirement, I'll show you where we generally write. I'll show you when we start hands on. I can show you.
Yeah, sure.
Any other questions before we move to the next slide? Okay. Now, this is also covered in the demo, but just we are doing a recap. What type of applications are built in Pega? Generally, we build web apps and mobile apps using Pega. Okay. So, what type of web applications you build? Intranet web applications we build. What do you mean by intranet? See, intranet means that will work only within the particular network. Okay. Suppose a clerk in the bank is processing your loan application. Okay. Can he travel in a train and process your loan application? Can he sit at home and process your loan application? Can he, go to his hometown and process your loan application? May not. Only when he is sitting in the bank premises and connected to the bank network, then only he can open your loan application, validate your documents, check your credit score, and do such things. He can't do work from home because when he is connected to his house network, his Wi Fi, he can't access the company applications from home, right? Whereas Amazon, I can sit at home, I can go to my workplace, I can, open it while I'm traveling in a flight or a train or a bus, anywhere I can open. That is internet. Means anywhere on the web, you can just type the URL and you can connect to that application. Those are called as internet. Most of the Pega applications are intranet. Means within the company network only these applications will be used. Why is that so? Can't we use Pega for building internet applications? No, not at all. That is wrong assumption. Pega can be used for building both internet and intranet applications. But then why? Why are you not building it? Guys, intranet applications are actually very important applications. They drive the business. Internet applications are just to make the things easy for the users we build them. Like for example, before Amazon existed, did we not go and buy these mobiles, TVs and clothes? We did, right? We went to the stores, we bought them. So then why did Amazon come into the picture? Just to make things easy for the users. Instead of you traveling manually and buying and trying various things there, now you have a user interface. You sit at home and you purchase and they will come and deliver it to you. So even before this existed, we used to do so. These internet applications just only make things easy for us, but intranet is mandatory. So even today, if you go to a shop and you're purchasing a product, they will have an application, where they are going to do the billing for you, right? They will enter the product code, they will see how many pieces you have bought, and they will give you the price, and they will give you this GST, VAT, XYZ, and they'll give you the bill. So that application is mandatory for them. Without that, they can't continue the sales, right? So that is an intranet application. That billing application works only at the store. It will not work from home. That is intranet, and that is mandatory. Even if their internet application is down, still people can come to the store and buy it. So intranet is mandatory for them. That drives the business for them. Similarly, if my hdfc.com website is down, I can't do a fund transfer by logging into the bank. I can't type request for a loan. But still, when I go to the bank, they will have an application the clerk will use to process my loan, to do a fund transfer, to do all these kind of things. Which application is important? The bank employees application is more important. Even if my user interface is down, that is okay, but employees application should never be down. That is most important, right? So intranet applications actually drive more business than internet applications. Internet is just only making things easy for you, rather than you traveling to a bank and asking for a fund transfer or adding a pay and doing such things. You're doing it from the home. But intranet is extremely important because they take your loan application, they process it, they take it to the approvals, they check your credit score, they check your previous history, they check how much is your salary, how many EMIs you have. So they do a lot of things in the internet application, which is extremely important for their business. Internet is okay even if it is down for 1 or 2 days, it's okay for them. So Pega is used in scenarios where we drive more business. So that is the reason we use Pega in intranet applications. Like a customer support representative of a bank using Pega to process the loans. A pharmacist of a healthcare industry using Pega to process the insurance request. Okay, a HR of a company using Pega to complete the onboarding process of an employee. So like this, we use Pega in different places, but most of them are intranet applications because we want to solve the real world business problems. We are not just creating an interface for the users. So most of the Pega apps are intranet applications where there's a big workflow involved. Workflow means data is actually flowing from team to team and getting processed in multiple places. So I apply for a loan. First, it will be with the clerk. Then it goes to a separate department for validation of documents. Then to a different department for checking my credit score, my eligibility XYZ. Then to a manager for approval. Then to a separate team for disbursing the funds. It keeps on traveling, right? So there should be a workflow involved. Only in those cases we use Pega. Okay, Pega is basically used in projects where we have workflow. See, even in real time, guys, when you become architects, you get to know when we have a new project requirement. Okay, different teams will sit and decide whether I have to build it on Java or .NET or Pega or Python. We'll be talking. Okay, so only if there is a workflow involved in it, we choose Pega. If there is not a work, there is no big workflow involved in it, no need of case management. Okay, what is case management? In the same project, multiple cases will be there. Let's say, for example, banking application is there, credit card. It is one case, right? So people will like apply for credit card. It will go to different teams for approvals. Finally, credit card will be issued to you. Again, in credit cards, you'll have multiple times platinum, this, that, that. What is your eligibility? How much we all do. Debit card. It's again a different case type. It'll have its own workflow. Loan. It's a different case type. It'll have its own workflow. So like this, different case types are involved, and there is a lot of workflow involved. We choose Pega. It's just a leave application. No need to build it on Pega. You can go for Java or .NET, right? So whenever a new project requirement comes in real time, in real time, actually we architects sit and we decide whether it makes any sense to build it on Pega or not. Only if there is a workflow involved, we opt for Pega. Otherwise, we build it on Java, .NET, or whatever tools we are using in the company. We go with them. Okay, so blindly we don't choose Pega for every new project that comes. Only when there is a workflow involved and a case management requirement is there, we go for Pega. Any questions so far? Akshay, do you have any questions? Akshay, you are not audible. I'm not sure if you have any issue with your microphone, but you are not audible. Just check that once before the next session. Shankar, do you have any questions?
No, Nikhila, I'm good
Okay.
from.
Syed, any questions?
No, Nikhila, I'm good.
Pravalika, you have something?
Yeah, Nikhila.
Yes,
Hello.
please. Yes,
Yeah,
Dharmendra.
yeah. As you mentioned, like we can do everything like web application as well as mobile application create on this Pega tool, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how can we extract this code to outside, or you can say development, deployment. For example, make my trip. Okay, we can create the make my trip code in Pega tool, and I want to make my trip what is the app in the web.
See, that is all you will learn later. See, we only do code deployment. Okay. Now, how it
Hmm.
comes on the web, it's again all done by the admin team. So, to get it on the web, we need application servers, we need web servers, you need the URL to be generated. All that is taken care by admin team or engineering team, whoever we have. We only build the application, we deploy the code to the production environment. Okay. Dev, QA, UAT production, whatever we have. Okay, now how it comes on the web, what is the URL for the web, what are the securities we take care, to make sure there are no hacking and all. So that is all again taken care by the admin team, engineering team, they take care.
That you'll explain later, right?
No, it is taken care by admin team or engineering team, which is not a job of a Pega developer. We will only do what Pega developers do. See, but to
Okay.
host it on the web, they need to configure web servers. They need to generate the URLs. They need to put load balancing. All that is a work of the admin. It's not our work. You are only a Pega developer. You will only build the application and deploy the code to different environments. Now, how it comes on the web is their job.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Okay, Pravalika, your voice is not audible. Guys, if you're not audible, you can even post the question in the chat, and you can fix this issue before your next session, guys. Just make sure you don't have any microphone issues. You can post the question in the chat, Pravalika, in the go to chat, I mean. Okay, now moving. Why Pega? I have already shown you in the demo, right? So there is a lot of automation. I have shown you the blueprint thing. I have shown you how can I build Pega, Paytm using Pega within minutes. No, it's highly automated, guys, highly automated. So what is the best part of using a automated tool? One thing is you need not spend time writing code. Okay, within seconds you can build the application. Second thing is you need not spend time debugging the code because everything is already built in. So they have already tried and tested and they gave it to you. So there will not be any bugs, no defects. So quickly you can build the things, right? So that is the reason we are all going with Pega because it's highly automated. Everything is built in. I can just pick and build the things easily without writing everything from the scratch. So that is the reason we are all going for Pega. Regarding BPM, okay. So BPM is actually business process management. It's just a category. It's a methodology, guys. So what BPM suggests is everything should be automated within the tool. Okay, everything. You should have lot of workflows. Everything should be automated. Everything should be built in. That is what is BPM guidelines. So Pega follows all that. So that is the reason Pega is called as a BPM tool. Need not explore much about BPM. Okay, just understand that according to BPM guidelines, everything should be automated. You should be driven completely by workflows. So then you come under BPM. So Pega has lot of workflows. Everything is automated. So we call Pega as a BPM tool. Mainly workflow. Case management should be there. Workflow should be there. So Pega comes under BPM. Okay. These are all BPM capabilities, as I told you. If you write some text, it should be able to convert it into an application. Yes, Pega does that. I have shown you blueprint that day, right? You uploaded a video and it converted into an application. And even if you type text, it will convert it into an application. So Pega can do that. You should have lot of inbuilt decision making things and business rules. We all have that. Pega can automatically take decisions. Like if you configure, Pega can automatically decide whether you should approve the loan or reject the loan. So Pega has automatic decision making capability. So that is present. Okay. It should be scalable. Means, same application I should be able to use in different countries in different languages, and for huge crowd you should be able to use. Pega can do that. So it is scalable. Okay. It should not be dependent on any technology. No, I shouldn't say that no, Pega cannot connect to Java, or Pega cannot connect to this, or Pega cannot work. You should not say like that. So it should be comfortable with any technology or tool. So yes, Pega can do that. So it is technology and locally aware. Okay. And zero downtime. So generally you might have seen websites saying that, right? Today we have maintenance, so application will not be available for 1 hour. So like that, it will not happen in Pega. Pega has zero downtime architecture. Means even when you are doing code deployments, application is still available for the users. There is never a downtime in the case of Pega. Or if there is any downtime, it is just few minutes, which is negligible. So we call it as zero interruption architecture or zero downtime architecture. So for Pega applications, there is never maintenance downtime. Applications are always up and available. Okay. Now this is all about that software setup, guys. So whenever we need to install, Pega, we actually need these things. You should have only Windows, Linux, or Unix OS. Okay. And we use database like SQL, Oracle, DB2, any database you can use. It's up to you. You can use any database of your choice. Again, as I told you, it depends upon the company. So in the company where you're working, whatever database they are using, you need to go with that. And development kit, generally we use Java JDK. Okay, this you need to use as a development kit. And the servers, app server. Okay, app server we use Tomcat or IBM, these app servers uses, and WebSphere, any of these we can use. And on top of that, Pega. Now, are you going to do all these installations in real time? No, this is a job of the admin. You are a developer, you are not an administrator, right? So this is all setup which is going to be done by the admin team, and they will give you the URL to log in and do the development. It is not your job to install all these things. Now, what about personal edition, Nikhila? Am I going to install all these things? Yes. But are you going to download each of these and install? No. So I'm going to give you a software zip file. Okay, guys, I'm going to give you a zip file. In that zip file, database is there, Java is there, app server is there, Pega is there. So everything is pre-packed. You just need to click on the install button in that and click next, 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 and installation will be completed and all will be installed in one go. Okay, you're not going to separately download each of these and install and do the connections and all. No. So in personal edition, Pega has pre-packed. I didn't pre-pack. Okay, Pega has pre-packed and sent all these things to us. We just need to download, extract, and install. How to install? Video I'm going to share you. Please follow the video and install it. Okay, it's pretty easy. It hardly takes 15 to 20 minutes for the installation, not more than that. Okay, any questions, guys?
Um, can you hear me, Nikhila? This is Niranjan.
Yeah, please tell me.
So the screens that you build in Pega, is it like responsive UI or progressive web app that it rescales depending on the device you try to open the app from?
Sorry, I didn't get your question. Can you please say it?
No, so the screens that you build using Pega,
Mm-hmm.
does it uses responsive UI? So basically, if you open the app from
Yes, yes,
laptop
yes.
versus mobile, if it
Yes,
resizes,
yes,
yeah, okay.
yes, yes, yes. One second. So I'm not sure if I have shown you in the demo or not, but I can show you here. They use React JS, so they like, it's very not only one second. They not only have responsive UI. Oh my goodness, looks like I gave the wrong password. Sorry, one second. They not only have responsive UI, but in various channels also they auto adjust themselves. I mean, like whether you use it in a desktop, I mean, or you use it. We have various channels. I'll show you. Let me first open that. They auto adjust in various channels as well. Oh, where is this? We actually have an option to show you in different screens and different mobiles, tab, everything I can show you. I'm just checking where is that option gone. One second, maybe I'll. Yeah, you can see it. So this is desktop look. Okay, this is tab, this is mobile, and again in mobile you can see various things. Why is all this coming? Can't I close? So you can say this is desktop view, right? It's a large screen view. And the same thing in a tab. See, look at this. It auto adjusted itself according to the tab screen size. And then you can see vertical and horizontal, you can see. And then on the mobile, okay. So no scroll bar at the bottom. It auto adjusts itself. All the things on the left came to the bottom. And you can see various devices here. So depending upon the screen pixel sizes, they auto adjust themselves. Okay, so they have responsive UI.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody has any other questions, guys?
Nikhila,
Hmm.
see, actually, from scratch onwards, we can use these text related. Whenever we are posted these text, it is automatically it is converting as a flow, right? So you are telling, but whether we can use that one using old applications, it is possible or not?
No, no, I even told you that it is not possible for old
Because
applications
I am
because
no. Actually, I am attending this class. Right? This That's what I'm asking. Earlier session I didn't attended. That's what I am asking this question.
No.
Mm,
See, for old applications, application is already built and you're using it from a very long time. So they
huh.
already have case types, they already have flows. Now you
Mm.
can't use that tool. That is only for when you're building from the scratch they use.
Huh.
So
Okay.
old
If
apps
any,
can't use that.
if any new case
Mm.
are required in old
No,
application,
then
there,
yes, then you can use that Gen AI blueprint you can use.
oh, it is possible. Okay, okay,
Yes, yes.
okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, there is a message in the chat. Let me check once. So the question is, can we safely say that if it involves multiple interfaces, then we can use? Of course, yes. So multiple interfaces we use with Pega. It is possible. You just now you saw right. The screen just auto adjusts itself. No need to write any extra piece of code to make the screen, align with different devices. What if the interviewer asks coding questions? First of all, Pega develop. If it is in a Pega interview, they will not ask you any questions on coding. It's Pega, right? They are not going to ask you any questions on coding. It will never happen. I'm going to share you 30 interview call recordings. Listen to them. Not in a single one they asked any question on coding. Okay, this is expected. Okay, so Neha, do you have any questions? Okay,
So what does it mean the migration project?
Neha,
Whole
even
project?
your voice is, yeah, one second. Neha, even
Hello.
your voice is not audible. Just wanted to tell you, just make sure your microphone is working. Guys, sometimes your voice is not audible and you think you are asking questions. Just want to let you know, a couple of your people voices are not audible to me. Please check on that. Yes, that means that you're talking about migration project using Gen AI
Yeah.
blueprint.
No, you said like for example, previously some application was present on Pega. Now, for example, 8.5 or 8.1, or now it is 8.7.
That is upgrade. That is not migration. Migration is tool to tool. .NET to Pega, Java to Pega, we call it as migration. 8.1 to 8.7, 8.7 to 24, we call it as upgrade project.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, correct.
So in upgrade, why do you see again? Are you talking about the Gen AI blueprint, converting text or image and directly into case types? Are you asking me
Yes.
about that?
Yes.
Existing projects will already have case types and all these things, right? So you will not
Mm.
use that for existing projects. Only for scratch projects we need that. Because scratch projects they don't have case types, they don't have data tables, they don't have operators. So for that only you use blueprint. Existing projects already have all these things in place. Why will you again run it?
Okay. So interview will ask, no, will not ask this kind of question, right?
First of all, he will not ask, will you use blueprint for existing projects? Second thing, he just wanted to know, what do you know about blueprint? So he may ask you anything else on blueprint, but not this question.
Okay.
Hey Nikhil, one last question.
Yes,
So,
Niranjan.
so you have said when you perform an upgrade, are there any compatibility issues from one version to the other? in regards to the custom code or custom Java code that was created?
100% yes.
Okay.
So 100% when you upgrade a project from one version of Pega to another version of Pega, issues will come. Even with the built-in rules of Pega, issues will come because they will deprecate or remove some rules. Issues will come, and if you have written customization, undoubtedly issues will come. So that is the reason Pega suggests you not to write custom code.
Okay.
Okay, because when you upgrade, that piece of code may or may not work, and you will have a lot of rework and maintenance work on them. So please do not write custom code as much as possible. Try to convince your customers, saying that this is not feasible and let's do it in a different way. So that's the reason we don't do customization.
Understood. Yeah. Thank you.
Nikhila, one more question, Nikhila.
Yes, Shankar.
Nikhila, as you said, so whenever we are trying to generate any new application, creating any new application, so from scratch it is possible using Gen AI, right? But
Hmm.
if application already running, okay, if I want to create one more case type in this application with different scenario, it is not possible, right? In this scenario, as you said,
No,
because
if you
application
want,
because application, if you want to develop new application from scratch using Gen AI, it is a very fast we can create those application related
no.
properties
See,
or any.
1 second. I want to clarify one thing. So there are
Mm,
various places we are using Gen AI in Pega. Okay, it's not just
mm,
only Blueprint. We
okay.
have Copilot, we have Launchpad. There are many places where we are using
Mm,
Gen AI. So
mm,
the particular scenario which you are referring to is Blueprint. So I
mm.
have shown you in the demo, like we can upload an image or a video and automatically case types, data tables, properties, everything will be created.
Yes,
So
yes.
this thing you can use even for an existing application in case if you're building a new case type. Like my
Mm,
existing application is only for debit card. Today I
mm,
want to add credit card functionality in that.
mm,
So I can
mm,
use Blueprint and I can build end-to-end case type for credit card,
mm,
tables,
mm,
fields, everything it
mm.
can build and it can give me and I can bring and I can use it.
But
But
in this
for,
scenario,
for
but
debit
in
card, in this scenario, for debit card I can't use because debit card is already in place. We are using it for some years, right? So the code is
okay.
already there for debit card, so there is no
Mm.
point in using Blueprint for debit card.
Yeah, new thing only. Credit card, if you
uh,
want to generate any case type in credit card, it is
uh,
possible.
it is
But
useful,
for
but
one thing I just want to know, because some properties they are using from credit card to debit card, right? How can it will handle in this scenario? Because some scenarios, because if it is reusing components at a higher level,
okay. So
yeah.
just let's not jump too much, but at a high level, you need to put it in the framework layers. We'll
Mm.
discuss all that in a later session. So if you have idea about frameworks, well and good. If not,
Okay.
let's not confuse others. Okay, just understand
Okay.
it in the parent class we are putting them. Okay, or
Okay.
framework
Then
layers. Okay.
okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, somebody has a question. Do we need expertise in SQL to be a Pega developer? You need not be an expert in SQL, guys. We only write basic queries. Create, insert, delete, update. That is the level we have. That's it. Not more than that. We are not even going to write stored procedures also. Very rare scenario you end up writing a stored proc. Basic insert, update, delete queries we generally do in day to day life, which you can even Google. You can go to W3 schools and you can figure out, or you can even look at the existing SQL queries in the same Pega application and you can do it. Not a big deal. Okay, very basic things we'll do. Okay, yeah. So I'll just do a walkthrough of the portal, guys. That is something I have for today. So let me log off first. After successful installation of Pega software on your laptop, okay, you will find three icons like this: startup, login, shutdown. Please place them in a sequence: startup at the top, login in between, shutdown at the bottom. Now every single day when you want to work on Pega, first you need to click on startup. A command prompt will come like this. Okay, some logs will come. You will see a message: your server starts in so and so milliseconds. Once you see that message, minimize it, go and click on login. in your default browser. See, my default browser is Edge, so I got the screen in Edge. You may get it in Chrome or whatever browser you have. In that, the screen will come. It will come in the browser. Again, guys, you need to click on login. Only then this screen will come. So people reach out to me saying that Nikhila, this window is there for a very long time. I didn't get the login screen. It will not come automatically. You need to click on this login button. Then you will get login screen. Now, while you are working on Pega, please do not close this window. If you close this window, it is like shutting down the server. This window is from Tomcat. Okay. So if you're closing this, it's like you're shutting down your server. So you will not be able to work on Pega. So please minimize it and let it run in the backend. Do not touch it. Continue your work. Once you're done with your work, whether you close the browser or not, it doesn't matter. Whether you log off from Pega or not, it doesn't matter. Log off, don't log off, still okay. Close the browser, not closing the browser is okay. But just do PRPC shutdown. This is important. When you click on PRPC shutdown, another black window will come, and after few seconds, both the black windows will be automatically closed. If they are not closing, click on shutdown again and see. If they are still not closing, then close it manually. Okay, ideally they will close automatically. Okay, now those who are working in cloud, okay, suppose you are facing challenges with the installation, you are working on cloud. If you are working on cloud, you don't have all these headaches. No need to click on startup, shutdown. No need to deal with all those things. You will just hit the URL, go there, practice, log off. That's it. No shutdowns and logins on cloud. When you're working in real time projects, this installation is done on server machine, not on your office laptop. So even when you're working in real time, you will just have the URL, hit the URL, log in, complete your work, log off. That is what you do. In real time, you will not see these icons because software installation is not done on your laptop. It's done on the server machine, and only admin team will have access to it. You will not have access to it. So you can't do shutdowns and startups. Only you will receive this URL. You hit the URL, log in, do whatever you want to do, and log off. That is what you do. Okay. Now, whenever we are building an application for the very first time in Pega, okay, these are the default credentials we need to use. Administrator @pega.com. Don't take a note of it. I'm going to share all this to you in the document, and when we start the practicals, I'll tell you. Okay, no need to take note of all these things. Administrator @pega.com is the username. Install INSTALL. Install is the password. These are the credentials for all Pega applications for all versions. You go for Pega 8, Pega 10, Pega 8, Pega 24, Pega 23, any version of Pega. These are the default credentials for a new user. Because I'm still new, right? I didn't build any project on Pega yet. So this is the default credentials for a new user. After you build your project, you will log in with your project credentials. Like Nikhila@paytm.com, Nikhila@amazon.com. With that, I will log in. With this, I will not log in. Only for the first time, I use this. So this is the application. What application? Whenever you go to any project, look at the top, guys. This is the application name. What is this? Pega. So this is the Pega's default application where all the built-in code is there. Okay. Now where is all that built-in code? I will show you. Wait. So this is the default application, guys. You need to log in into this if you're a first-time user. If you have already built a project, please don't come here. Go to your project. Log in with your credentials like Syed@hdfc.com or Akshay@hdfc.com with your project credentials. Don't come here. Okay, only for the first time while building the project, we come here. Okay, now let's do a walkthrough of the portal. Just let's understand how Pega is. First of all, where are you? I'm in Dev Studio. This is Dev Studio. What is Dev Studio? Dev Studio means a place where developers are going to work. Okay, other than developers, one second. Okay, other than developers, will there be anybody who is going to work? Yes. We will have different teams in real time. Why only developers will be there? We will have development team, we will have QA team, we will have business analyst, we'll have managers, we'll have app support team, we'll have engineering team, we will have admin team, we will have middleware team. Multiple teams will be there when we work on a project. Okay, so Dev Studio is purely dedicated for developers. Developers are going to work here. So what are the other things you have then? App Studio, which is purely for the non-technical people. What do you mean by non-technical people? Are operations team going to come and sit here? No, 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 no. Non-technical people means your managers, your business analysts. So managers generally don't know Pega, right? They are managers. They are not going to come and do the coding here. Similarly, business analyst, who is he? He is just going to get the requirements from the client and explain it to the developer so that the developers will build accordingly. So business analyst is a middle person between the client and the developer. He just only gets the requirement for you. So business analyst is not a technical person. He will not do coding. So App Studio is purely for managers and business analysts. So what they can do is they can also build case types. What is a case type? I'll teach you in the later sessions. They can build case types. They can build DB tables. They can build channels. Like, it can be a web. Okay, it can be a mobile, it can be an email. They can build channels, they can create new users. So some basic configurations they can do, and that is in the App Studio. Okay, Pega encourages even developers to create projects from the App Studio, but the problem is App Studio has very limited configuration. If I can do 100 things in Dev Studio, I can do only 20 things in App Studio. So generally we developers don't prefer to work on App Studio because I can't do everything in App Studio. Only few things I can do. Then why should I sit in App Studio? Generally, we do everything in App Dev Studio, but Pega suggests us to do coding in App Studio, which we generally don't do. This App Studio is purely for non-technical people like BAs and managers. Okay, if they want, like few things, if you suppose they want to create a new operator, instead of coming and asking the developer, can you create a new operator, they can do from here. Okay, if they want to create a new table, instead of coming and asking the developer, can you create, they can do from here. Okay, but generally in real time, no business is doing this. No business analyst, no managers are doing these things. It is the developer who will do all these things from the Dev Studio. Pega gave you a feasibility to get the things done in App Studio through managers and business analysts, but it is not working that way in real time. But just in case, if you're working in a small startup company, where people are allowing you to do such things, you can go and do in App Studio. Otherwise, generally it's all done in the Dev Studio. Now, admin studio. We will have admin team. I told you, right? We will have admin team, engineering team, middleware team. Lot of teams will be there. So admin team will use admin studio. What is the use of admin studio? Here you can see how many servers are configured, nothing but nodes. Okay, which server is up, which server is down, any errors on the servers, all such things they can see. How many background jobs are there, how many queues are there, how many items are there in the broken queues, how many requesters are there. All these background things you can basically check here. Okay, even background jobs debugging, all such things you can basically check from the admin studio. There's a video admin studio. Even developers will use admin studio for few things for debugging. I'll teach you as we keep progressing in the training. So admin studio is purely for administrators. They will check the nodes, requesters, background stuff from the admin studio. App studio is for business analysts and managers to create case types, data types, and operators they use. It's basically for non-technical people in your project. Dev Studio is purely for the developers, for the technical people we use. Last one, Prediction Studio. This is for the data scientists, not for us. Okay, they'll create this data analytics models, predictions. So all AI, they use this, not for us. This is for data scientists. So we have 4 studios. This is an interview question, guys. Maybe nowadays they will not ask anymore because we are going to Pega 24. Once upon a time, when Pega 8 was launched, this was a new feature in Pega 8. So people always used to ask in the interviews. Now maybe they will no longer ask you, but just good to know. We only have 4 studios: Dev, App, Admin, and Prediction. Dev is for developers, App is for non technical people like business analysts and managers, Admin is for administrators, Prediction is for data scientists. So, after installing the Pega tool on your machine or after going to the Pega cloud, I want you all to go through these 4 studios and see what is there in them. Okay, just to learn navigation, please go through them and see what is there inside them. Yes, somebody has a question. I saw somebody unmuted.
What's the role of a QA?
QA will be testing, right? The role of QA
Yeah.
remains the same whether it is Pega or Java or .NET, it remains the same. And you
No,
will not
like
use any of these studios. QA will be using the custom portals which are built by us. These portals are shipped by Pega. Okay. So QA will have the custom portal which is built by me, by the developer. So if I'm a developer of Amazon, I'm going to build a portal called as Amazon, right? So there QA will come and do the testing. This is given by Pega, not specific to your project. This is given by Pega, generic to all the Pega teams. This is not specific to any project, right? So, as project specific portal, development team is going to build and their QA will come and test.
no, my question was like in this tool, Dev Studio is for the developer, App Studio is for or Admin Studio is for the admin and BA or
So, that
managers.
was my answer. That is what I answered, right? None of these studios are for the QA. QA will work on the portal which is built by the developers for their project. These studios are given by Pega for different teams: dev team, admin team, and non technical people and data scientists. This is generic. Why will they give a portal for QA? QA will test in the actual application which is built by the development team, right? So once you build the application, then QA will come into the picture and they will test in the QA, the actual projects you will be testing. You will not test this one.
Okay,
See, after you build a project in Java, then
hmm,
the QA will come and test the project, right? You will not
right.
going into the Java IDEs and you're not doing anything there. Same thing here. This is a platform which is only for the developers. QA will not go to any of these studios. QA will come into the picture only after I have completed my development and I have built a screen for you to log in. There you will log in and test.
Okay. So after that, how can you automate that project?
You will learn as you keep doing practicals. On day one, you will not be able to understand all of them.
No, I'm just curious. It's a question like, is it possible? It's possible, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. You will be building slowly, step by step, then you will understand.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
Okay. So let's explore the screens, guys. So we saw the various studios, right? You need to remember the 4 studios names and their purpose. It can be an interview question. Okay. Now let's go ahead. So first we are in Dev Studio. Let's see the top panel. Okay. Here you see the application name. So whenever you log in into an application, okay, if somebody asks you are in which application, you need to look at this name. This is your application name. Okay. This is Pega application. Now, can a person have access to multiple applications? Yes. It is like, see, whenever I log in into Gmail, from Gmail, I can go to YouTube, Google Docs, Google Drive, Google Photos, right? So I have access to multiple applications, right? The same way, I can access multiple applications with the same login by saying switch application. See, I can switch between the applications like this. So one person can have access to multiple applications and you can switch between the applications like this. See, this is DM sample. This is Pega. So this is called as application menu. One second. Okay. This is called as application menu, where you can see the current application name and you can switch between the applications, and you can also create a new application. You can decide the skin of the application. What is skin? Skin is like theme, like what colors you want to use, what font you want to use, what should be the color of an error, what should be the color of a button, what should be the color of a hyperlink, what should be the size of a cell. So all that you decide in the skin. So we use skin for that. Okay, that is skin. So you will be using all these things slowly, guys. So this is called as application menu. Then you have configure. So here you have lot of wizards. Wizards means tools. Lot of tools will be there which you will be using while you're building the application to automate the things. You will learn them slowly. Now launch portal. What is launch portal? See, we will launch a customized portal for your project, right? Like Flipkart has its own portal, Amazon has its own portal, Swiggy has its own portal. Similarly, we will build a customized portal for your project. So those custom portals we will get here. Okay. And this is like an answer to Dharmendra's question, where QA will test. In these custom portals, QA will be testing. We will design some custom portals. Their QA team will come and test. Now, what is create? Creating a new rule in Pega, creating a new case in Pega. So basically creating anything in Pega we can do from the create button. Search, searching the rules. So I wrote some piece of code to send email. So I can just search like this. So you can search your rules from the search bar here. Okay. This is for about check-ins and checkouts, which I'll explain you later. And this is like a development environment. You can see development. And you can get help from Pega, like Pega help. You can see, you can read articles here. Okay, and you can directly go to Pega website from here. So you can basically study about Pega from these links. You can go and you can study. Generally we don't use, but just telling you these exist. Okay, now coming to the left panel, we call them as explorers. Recent explorer, it is like browser history. Whatever you opened recently, history will come here. Okay, recent. Case types. So whenever we build a new project in Pega, first we will be building case type. Case type means one end-to-end workflow of your application you will build here. So case type is the next session's topic. Then I will cover in detail. Okay, you will learn about it. Data types, DB tables. See, we need DB tables to store the data, right? So data types will be creating here. App Explorer, the actual class, functions, methods, actual code will be stored here. Okay. Records is also almost the same. Actual code will be here. What is the difference? I'll teach you in the later sessions. Favorites, like how you bookmark your websites. Same way you can bookmark your favorite rules so that you can easily open them every single day. Okay. So these are called as explorers. About your profile. Who is the current operator? What is his access? Everything you can check from the operator menu like this. You can see your full profile here like this. As you keep working on the project, you will understand all these things. Now you will not understand. Now this is agile workbench. Agile workbench means generally those who are working in real time. You might have heard about Jira, right? So generally whenever we get requirements, they will keep it in a tool called as Jira. Okay, they'll write down the requirement and they'll give you the story number and we work on it. So in Pega, you have like an inbuilt Jira. So they can automatically create stories here, create defects here, update screenshots and recordings. You can even use this. So in small companies and startup companies, they don't buy Jira tool. They will create stories and bugs here itself. Okay, so you can even use this to create stories and bugs and work on it. Okay, and rest of all are debugging tools in Pega, which you will be learning as we keep moving. And if somebody is asking you which version of Pega you're using, just click on this Pega icon and click on system information. You can see the whole thing here. So Pega 8.7 we are using, and XYZ information like the server details, host details, everything you will find here. Okay, this is just a small walkthrough of the portal, guys. Anybody has any questions so far?
No, Nikhil.
Okay, Venkatesh, any questions?
No, Nikhil.
Wonderful. Surya, any questions?
No.
Okay. Okay, so we just saw walkthrough of the portal, right? Now I'll just try to, yeah, we'll just talk about the various roles we have in Pega project. Okay, we just did this one. We did just Pega Studios and we did a walkthrough of the portal. I'll just explain about the various roles generally we have in Pega projects. Those who are from IT background, you already know this. Those who are from non-IT, maybe it will be useful to you. See, I told you we have different teams in real-time projects. Okay, we will have dev team. Okay, we will have QA team. We will have apps team. We will have production support team. We will have engineering team. We will have middleware team, and of course you will have scrum master, business analyst, okay, and manager, product owner, okay. Now, first of all, dev team, guys, it's a team of developers, okay, who is going to actually do the coding and build the project. So this training is for dev team only. Now QA team, so after you build a project, somebody should be there to test it, right? Without testing, how can you deploy the code? Okay, so we'll have QA team who is going to do the testing for us. So QA team will be there. One second, guys. Apps team, what is apps team? So basically, in real time we will have different environments. Now what is an environment? Pega will be installed in different machines. Okay, we call it as dev environment. Okay, QA environment, UAT, sometimes SIT is optional. Okay, and production. Okay, so these are the various environments generally we have in Pega. Now, what is an environment? So Pega will be installed in multiple machines. Why? Why are you installing it in multiple machines? Dev environment. Okay, this is the place where all the developers will log in and they will do coding. So developers will do coding here. This is called as dev. Okay, QA environment. Once you're done with the coding, you just can't go and deploy it, right? Suppose I made a brand new car. I can't just sell it to the customers, right? There should be some testing, whether engine is working well or not, whether the, all safety testing, XYZ testings they will do, right? Fire test, water test, this test, that test. Same way in software industry. We need to test that. Is it working properly or not? Yeah, is there any chance of any security issues? Is the code working as expected? Any code breakage? They test it. So here testers will try to break the code. They will try to break the code to find bugs. If there are any defects, they try to find it. Okay. So this is the place where testers will test the code. So whatever you did coding here, we will push the code to QA. We will deploy the code to QA. Means we'll copy the code and we'll paste it in QA. So here testers will test it. Here developers will not come. Developers will not do anything in QA. Okay. So this is purely for testers. It's not for development team. Now UAT, second level of testing. Hey, one level of testing is not sufficient. because there is a chance, right? Some people might miss some scenarios and the code might break. So UAT is like a second level of testing where actually users will come and test. User acceptance testing. UAT means user acceptance testing. So you can say second round of testing. Okay. So here also developers have nothing to do. It's purely a testing environment where they will test the code another time. Sometimes we will do another round of testing also, which is called as SIT. Okay, may or may not be required. Generally we don't have SIT in all the companies or all the projects. We have dev, QA, UAT and production only. SIT is optional. Production, it's the actual place where users use the application. So production, after you copy and paste the code to production or you deploy the code to production, actual users will come and use the application. So whatever Amazon.com today you're using, so whatever this Amazon today you're using, this is production environment. Okay, if I'm using this, it is production. Okay, similarly, if I'm using something like Swiggy, this is production. Actual users will use production environment. So all these are production. Okay, actual users will be using. So we have dev, QA, UAT and production environments, guys. These are the different environments we have. So after coding is completed, it will undergo 2 to 3 levels of testing before it actually goes to production. Now coming back to this, oh, where is that? Yeah, coming back to this, apps team, actually they work on production environment. So if there are any defects in production, apps team generally takes care of them. Okay, production support team, they also work on production only. Apps team will have limited access to production. Production support team will have full access to production. Okay, so they both will work together to on the defect fixes and all those things. Engineering team, they work on the servers. So suppose the servers are very slow, you need to add some more nodes to it, or you need to take care of load balancing, or you want to put some security things on the server level. So generally engineering team works on the server level. Middleware team, your application is connecting to another application, in between you need some softwares. Middleware team will take care of these things. Okay, scrum master, so every team, okay, generally we follow some methodologies like agile methodology, waterfall. We follow different methodologies in real time. Agile means you will take a big requirement, you will break it into small pieces, and piece by piece you will be delivering. So that is agile. Waterfall means you will take a big requirement, you will take 6 months, 1 year for development, and then after that 1 year of effort you will deploy the code. That is waterfall. Generally, all bigger projects fall agile, Scrum methodology. So we have a Scrum Master. What does a Scrum Master do? He will make sure that small requirements you are completing on time. If there are any blockers, he will try to engage other teams and help you in getting those blockers unblocked. Okay, he will basically make sure that we are in sync with the timelines. We are not missing the deadlines. He takes care of those things. Business analyst, he will actually talk to the client, get the requirement, draft the requirements in a tool like Zira, and he will give the story IDs to you. Okay, story means requirement. So business analyst is actually a middleman between the developer and the client. Manager, he is like takes care of all the technical things, making sure the project is getting delivered on time. Product owner, he owns that project. Nothing should happen in that project without his approval. He completely owns that project. He is the owner of that application. Everything should happen only after he knows it, he approves it only. Anything or everything should happen in that application. Okay. So, like that, we will have different people and we will have different environments in real time. So, those who are already into IT, you are aware of this. Those who are non IT, just a high level introduction, guys. So, anybody has any questions on this? And of course, yeah, we will have DB
No.
team also, database team, who actually takes care of the DB stuff. Yeah,
There is a terminology like CI/CD pipeline and all. So,
that is again DevOps team, deployment team.
hmm,
So not everybody uses CI/CD. Some people use Pega's deployment manager also for deploying. Some people will do manual deployments. So CI/CD team is optional. DevOps team is optional.
So in Pega tool, is there any um, how they will do?
As I told you, in Pega, we have an option to do manual deployments. We need not use any DevOps tools for the deployment. So, how do you do deployment? It is the last topic in the training. Then I will teach you. Okay.
Okay,
And company to company, the process differs. Some people will use CI/CD. Some people will use Pega's deployment manager. Some people will use manual deployment. No, it depends. But basic manual deployment I'm going to teach you. Rest depends upon your company. Once you go to the company, you will learn depending upon the team.
thank you.
Okay. So it's not a single man's effort, right? A lot of people are involved in building a project. So don't think that everything is going to be done by you. This many teams are there to complete a project. Yes, Sharith, you have a question. I saw that you raised hand.
So we need to work with all these teams, Nikhila.
100% yes. You need to work with all these teams. See,
Will
dev
we?
team and QA team will work hand in hand because you develop, they test. Every day you have a rapport with them. Apps, production, engineering, middleware will come into the picture occasionally. Like there is a production defect, apps and production support team will come into the picture. Something wrong at the server level, you need a server restart, or you need some new, this what is security stuff to be configured in the server levels. Then engineering team will come into the picture. Suppose I need CI/CD integration, middleware team will come into the picture. So these teams come into the picture occasionally, but these teams will work every single day together.
So we will be like a developer team, right?
We will be development team only. Yes.
Okay.
Any other questions, guys? Okay. If no questions, so when will we start the practicals? Guys, we'll start the practicals maybe on the fifth or sixth session. Okay. So, because before we start the practicals, we need to learn some basics like who is a user in Pega, what is the level of access we give to them, how do they restrict their access. Next session. After that, you need to know what are the layers in each application in Pega. After that, you need to know what is a class, what is a rule, what is inheritance, what is case type, what is stages, some basics you need to know. Only after that we'll start doing hands-on on Pega. So maybe after 5 or 6 sessions we'll start practicals. In the meanwhile, I'll request everyone to install the software and be ready. If you don't want to install the software and use cloud, yeah, I can assist you in doing that. So on one session, in maybe in any of the upcoming sessions, I can show you how can use cloud version and you can do practicals, and how can you take backup every single day. I can show you that. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Okay, if no questions, that's it for the day. As it is an initial session, we are doing only for 2 hours or 1.5 hour because I can't overload you with lot of theory. Okay, as we keep moving, the hours will increase. So first session is today. Next week we will have sessions only on Saturday and Sunday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. only. After that, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. After that, we'll slowly move to 7 to 10. Okay, that's how we keep moving. And when we move from 7 to 10 a.m. timings, we will have a break in between. Okay, it will not be a continuous 3 hour session. Yes, Shankar, you have something for me?
No, Nikhila, no, Nikhila. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, guys, then. If no question, thank you so much. You will receive
Nikhila,
the recording within an hour. Yes, Dharminder.
Nikhila, yeah, can
Mhm.
you create a WhatsApp group?
I will be doing that. I will do that after 3 to 4 sessions. We will do. Okay.
Okay,
So because we have some more people who are still joining, so once everybody is in, I'll create the group. And yeah, recording will be shared you within 1 hour to 2 hours, because after the session is completed, go to meeting will convert the recording and share it to me for download. So it takes time. So please wait maximum 2 hours to receive the recording. And once the recording is updated, I'll ping you in the WhatsApp and you can access it. Okay. Okay, guys, then. Thank you so much. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye.
Thank you, Nikhila.
Thank you.
Nicely. Thank you,
Thank
Nikhila.
you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nikhila.
Thank you, Nikhil.
Thank you.